Greetings everyone. It's time for another update. So as you can see, I've been a little bit busy here in town. On a business trip a couple of weeks ago. I was out in Minneapolis and stopped by a local shop and saw this Walthers kit for an asphalt roadway, and kind of liked it. It seemed like a pretty easy way to add nice roadway as well as sidewalks. So we decided to grab it and experiment with it, and looks pretty good. We'll need some finishing, a little bit painting, sanding, maybe some putty to make it seamless. But it looks pretty good. Has I don't know how well you can see it in the video, but it has pretty nice sidewalks that are pretty easy to put together, and the roadway itself has a nice crown as well. So yeah, I think it's gonna work out pretty well. Has the kit comes with manhole covers and sewer grates and all kinds of fun stuff. So I think it'll look good here in this little town. Yeah, the flag I'm going to change should be a Canadian flag, but all in due time. So yeah, so I did the once again, the roadway isn't glued down yet. It's just kind of fit together. And elsewhere in town, I put together a water tower. The town that this one is loosely based on, Highwood, Alberta, this one is actually going to be called Highwood. But it has a water tower very similar to this one, although that one is silver. This still needs to be painted, and it's not necessarily quite to scale as far as height. I might make it a little bit taller, still have a few sections. But yeah, I'll paint it silver and put the town name on it eventually, and to look a little more similar to High River, so that'll be good. And that's about it as far as changes in town. Got these railway crossings on another business trip recently, so still need to stain them and glue them in and all that fun stuff. But yeah, the little town of Highwood is coming together pretty well, little by little. Also, in the last update, I talked about the remainder of the benchwork that I started working on. As you remember, last time it was primarily just a frame. So I've been busy getting the plywood cut. As you can see, I have finished the framing and started laying down the plywood for the lower tier. So basically what's going to happen here is I'm going to have basically from about here where the riser is ending, or the incline, there will be a tunnel entrance, and then this is going to go underground, kind of circle around, and come back through here, climb back up, exit out of the tunnel, probably right in that corner right there, and then kind of climb back up, and then cross over itself, and then hit in onto that inner loop, inner main line. They're going to join up together. So that's the progress on a kind of a high-level overview of where it's at. But yeah, it's coming together nicely. The bench work is looking good. I had to make some changes to the plan once I realized that the wood didn't get cut exactly how I wanted it, especially here on that angle out here. This ended up being probably about, was supposed to be maybe like out here, the end of the bench work, and instead it was a little bit further in. So I had to make some adjustments to the plan, but it worked out okay. As far as the grades, as you have noticed, I've been using these Woodland Scenics risers, and these are pretty nice. This one here, this little grade here, is only a 2%. I am using 3% grades over there, and I know it's pretty steep, and some of you tell me, and some of you will probably tell me that, hey, this is too steep, your train will never handle it. But hey, I got enough locomotives to add a few pushers if needed, so that should be okay. In fact, I'm even going to have a 4% grade elsewhere in the layout. It's not ideal, I know it. I wish I didn't have to do it, but unfortunately I don't have enough space to get away with something less. for the plan that I wanted to build. So yeah, as I said before, the lower tier is going to circle around, then climb back up top, and then out there, and then down that other grade back down. Well, the other main line is going to come from across the bridge and kind of stay more or less along the edge of the layout. At a higher at a higher level, there will be a city above the kind of in that general area, and then that main line will kind of curve through and cross over a bridge over here into towards the yard. So that's a little update. Not a whole lot more going on. I did get a couple of new toys though, so might as well bring you up to speed. I don't think I mentioned it in the last update, but I got this lovely Bowser C630M with tsunami sound. Beautiful, beautiful loco. I had one before in red, white, and blue, and really liked it. Got that one without sound, so I added a tsunami in it myself, and this one managed to grab it on sale with sound for a steal, so couldn't pass it up. So got another one, plus I just love the British Columbia green, two-tone green paint. It's absolutely gorgeous. So I decided that even though my layout is set in Alberta, I'm going to have a BC Rail lumber train that will pass through. So yeah, there's my lumber train. Got a few bulkhead flats and a couple of Thrall older lumber cars sitting over there. So that's about it for the update. A little shorter than usual this time, but that's fine. Nothing wrong with that. And once again, feel free to let me know if you have any questions. Happy to answer them, of course. Feel free to leave comments, like, subscribe, and I'll try to have another update for you guys just as soon as I can, as soon as I have more progress. Have a good one. So long.